Okay, so I guess we are going to have to blackmail her because the game's not really giving us too many other options. Let's go find her terminal. Oh, damn. How is this considered stealing? It's a junk pad. So they actually have fish here. So no wonder they want to keep it. Like, this place is actually fertile and produces real food. Oh, ruins. Bloody note. A crumpled note found on a corpse in Cellar Bay. Most of the text on this note is obscured by blood, but you can make out the words Lilia. Password antediluvian. Antediluvian. Seems like progress to me. Oh, that was part of the space to meet with Catherine. Okay. Fuck, who was Catherine again? We've had multiple discussions about Catherine. Take the passcode you found on the sublight agent's body to Catherine in Fallbrook. She'll provide details on how to salvage the out-of-heated gas. Yes, that's right. Sublight. Sublight are the pirates. And Catherine's the one is supposed to be our, like, mole or whatever. Our contact for the pirates. Gotcha. What's this do? Spell skills, block. Is there shields? We need to find her terminal. It's just the same thing. It's a bit weird. I see this is breaking again. Well, we'll go upstairs. I don't think we did go upstairs, did we? She's probably got an office. Oh, that was easy. Fish and Tank 23A are looking a little lumpy. If you're not going to make it in, that's fine, but you have to let me know so I can stay on top of the doses. She's talking to the chemist. We really need to talk about the Saltuna situation. I've had to let 4 batches rot in the warehouse over the last 2 months because we're not finding buyers. I know the situation with the board puts us in a tough spot, but we need to start thinking about how we're going to keep Cellar Bay afloat if we can't keep sales up. So they're supposed to sell the Saltuna to Everwater. So there's been a trickle-down effect of consequences from this embargo. That's why Everwater was also starving to death. You know, in some way, this is also kind of like the COVID thing. This is what happens when your whole economy gets interconnected if one part of the domino crumbles. It's a great thing until one domino crumbles. To be hecked. Seriously, where are you? You've missed 3 shifts. It's getting ridiculous even for you. Personal files. Hack. Ballard V. Hect B. Braxton Hex files are filled with Saltuna breeding charts, various pharmacological formula, and musings on why Saltuna seem to prefer borscht and beans over plain borschtwurst. Ballard V. Most personal files are a morass of supply contracts, order forms, spreadsheets, and financial records. Careful study of her financials reveals that for the past several years, she has been slowly siphoning money from her operating budget into a personal account. The theft is cleverly hidden. Ah, well, since she's actually doing it, individual instances could be excused as rounding errors or mistakes in simple arithmetic. The sheer volume of occurrences, however, indicates deliberate intent. So you do have more money to pay your workers, so we're gonna go fuck her. As in the metaphorical fuck. Because I have standards, just look at this face.
I'd give you a friendlier welcome, but I'm up to my elbows in Saltuna guts.
Elma, I kind of wanted to take your side on things because we hacked that one computer and it said that people were actually getting paid decent here, but you're fucked now.
Unless you're here to tell me he's agreed to do his job. If Caleb wants to keep this job, he'd better get back to it. I'm about ready to hire sublight contractors at this rate.
Well, it's important to know that I saw your accounts.
Yeah, and did you miss the part where I'm working doubles to cover for everyone who decides not to show? I'm the one who keeps this place running. That money's mine, one way or another.
That sounds remarkably like Caleb's argument. And what do you think Senor will say to that?
Fine. Tell Caleb he and his team can have their raise, but I need them back here immediately. Something else on your mind?
Can we come to an arrangement on Grimm's poster?
Sure can. If you want to pay me more than Nell's offering.
Persuade, work with me. I'm helping you find Braxton, aren't I?
Sure. And once you finish helping me, then we can talk about the poster.
We're doing an awful lot for one guy's
That
poster.
about cover it? Fine by me.
Well, let's go talk to those guys. I'd say all is well that ends well. I think Persuade was so high there just so that you could try to, because you could basically skip some of the quest. She is kind of right about working the doubles and being there all the time, but... yeah, these guys better get there. I feel like fair is fair. Her argument wasn't just, like, nonsensical.
Why don't you grab a chair, sit a spell, and revel with us?
Hey, fucker, go back to work. I got you your money.
Got an update for us? We can't afford to sit this out for too much longer. Know what I mean?
She's agreed to pay up your wages in exchange for my silence. Get your pay raise. I don't know if we want to really tell him, because I kind of... fuck it, I'll tell him.
Well, I'll be a Raptidon's dinner. Reckon I ought to listen to gossip more often.
But you got away with blackmail, so
Practically,
be prepared
here's
for the
your compensation.
consequences.
Ain't a lot, but I hope it shows how much we appreciate all you've done. Now me and my friends here better get back to work before Velma blows a fuse.
Yeah, so the problem for them is they're not really selling anything. In other words, I still feel pretty bad about that medic. Let's keep going with Persuade. Seems really useful. Let's keep going with Science. Science also help hacking or what? 3 points in here. Oh, we're officially... turn them off for 3 seconds. Blah. That doesn't seem all that good. I want at least a few points here. Should I be working on both these at the same time? Is that a mistake? Science weapon effects. I'll put 2 points in there, and I'll put 2 points into long guns. Keep going down that path. I think this is the last perk we need to get down to the last tier. Oh, here we go. Reduce the detection when you have no companions in your party. See, that's the one that sucks, and that's not worth it because just by having these guys in our party, I think there's at least one of them that's giving us dialogue help. Well, she's got the medicine. What does Naoki do? Increase your life skill. Oh, well, I should have done that. Radius of footsteps. Sure. Bonus damage to creatures. Well, yeah, sure. That's the tree that's worth it. Clearly, she's supposed to be with us. Movement penalty to accuracy. How much is that going to be worth it? 50% science weapon damage. Increase the range at which interactable objects around you highlight without requiring you to look directly at them. Would that be useful? I don't know. Because it just feels like just look better. I don't know what I want to put on. But I feel like carrying capacity is... it was really useful. Now I've been... ever since we did the 50% reduction in consumable weight, that's been really helpful. Again, I always plan on having companions because they have quests and everything else that make this game much more interesting. Enterprises. Science weapon damage. Interactable. After this is much more accurate. The workbench slight painting crit chance. Companion crit chance. That could be really useful, actually. Yes. Actually, this. Yes. Since they're always going to be with us, I'm sure we'll probably end up taking on something pretty tough, and then being able to hit a crit could be really good.
Wrapped Musk and Canid Eyes, right here.
Oh, Sebastian, I think we've heard about you.
Hello, stranger. Can I interest you in Raptidon tongue?
Oh yeah, the
Maybe
girl's got a
some
crush
tailored
on you.
toenails?
Now we see why you're
You
gorgeous.
look like a woman who's looking
Hell,
for
I
some
got a crush on
mostly
you.
fresh animal parts.
Sebastian, you ever get your hands on those pheromone sacs? Manipillars ain't gonna hunt themselves, you know.
I must have hunted a dozen, but I couldn't find a single sack on any of them. Must be looking in the wrong place.
Manipillars ain't got pheromone sacs. I just told him that so he'd stop asking me for advice.
Ah,
At least
everyone
I'm
knows
getting a
that.
good haul of claws in the process. You're in good hands, traveling with Monarch's top merc.
I don't
Still,
think
if you
she
want
works
any
for
rat
him.
Glands or manticlaws, I've got you covered.
Look, she just buys your shit because she has a crush on you. Let's talk about Celia.
Huh. I haven't seen her in a few days, but I've been meaning to ask her how that Raptidon acid is working out. I hope it's working okay, because no one else really seems interested in this stuff.
Do you consider going on a date with her?
Wait, I see what's going on. She put you up to this so she could get a discount, hmm? Don't get me wrong. I'd like to give her a discount. She's a real fine lady. Always talks nice and slow, so I understand.
She's nervous, dude.
But if I give her one, I won't hardly make a bit, on account of no one else having any use for Raptidon tongues.
Don't take my word for it. Spend some time with her. I promise she won't ask for a discount.
You sound pretty sure. And she is awful nice. Okay.
We're playing
I'll do it.
matchmaker,
Once
repairing
our
this
shift ends,
colony,
we'll
getting...
go someplace nice.
But yet we
Maybe the
threatened to
chef
punch a
wins.
doctor in the face. Give Celia the good news. Watch her give us like the greatest legendary weapon in the entire game. Melts everything with one hit. Everything looks like a casino though with that Monarch logo.
I wonder sometimes what they're doing on other colonies.
Pretty much struggling like you guys are. Actually, Groundbreaker's probably doing the best, and yet they're not well off in the least. Not this. There we go. Flowers for Sebastian. Since we got that done.
Have you talked to Sebastian yet? What did he say?
Have you talked to Sebastian yet? You're gonna go on a date.
Okay.
It's a match.
Did he sound excited? Or like he was just agreeing to it?
He sounded like he was pretty much just agreeing to it.
A date with Celia. I've
Not, like,
secretly been
thrilled.
waiting for this, or was it more? Sure. I don't have anything else going on.
Like I don't have anything else going on. Just don't ask him for any discounts, damn it.
Not to worry. If I never.
Oh, that
buy
was worth it for the
another
rep.
Raptidon tongue, it'll be too soon. Ah,
Save you
what's
some
going
money
on?
too.
I'm sure you've got other things.
Give
to
me
do
all your
since you're not
fucking
giving
money.
me that back to work look. Anyhow, thank you.
375 bits. Whatever. It was an easy job. Okay, what else is going on here? Bold is his name, right? This is all gonna happen over at that one weird place. Grim Tomorrow, the poster. Velma received another offer. The Secret People. This is the one we want to do next, I think. Let's keep doing jobs in this town before we leave. I'll fix this green screen when we are done with this episode. What raid am I going to hear tonight? Oh, probably not. We're making great progress on this game, though.
I think I'm
Are you okay, Vampire Boy? Pull yourself together and tell me what happened.
I clean the apartments while everyone's at work. I've seen all sorts of messes.
I've got to guess our chemist is dead. Thanks for being here,
If
wife.
you're going into the apartments, do not go into the lower one on the right. That's where the body is.
Go get the body, man. That's your job. Clean it up.
You'll excuse me. I
People
need
die
to
here every day of
evacuate a hot
saltuna
shower.
poisoning. I'm sure of it. My wife is hot! Thanks for being here, buddy. Appreciate it. Thank you, wife. How much is this game? Oh, I bet you can go to Target and get it for 20 bucks these days. Well, maybe 40. It's been out about a year. And it was like a decent hit.
Getting too close for comfort.
Have you heard of the High Elves?
What do you think you're doing?
Stop, criminal scum! You've violated the law!
Just keep your fingers to your own self, okay?
It's worth it just to get the XP every time. I didn't lose anything there either. Really never heard of it. Yeah, it wasn't like a huge hit, but it's on Game Pass. I mean, it was popular, it was a big deal when it came out, because it's from Obsidian,
Stellar Bay ain't safe these days. What's the
and
word?
they've made a lot of classic RPGs. It used to be Interplay, including Wasteland, Knights of the Old Republic, Fallout New Vegas, etc. Pretty famous RPG studio that specializes in storytelling akin to BioWare and games like this. Microsoft recently acquired them, so it was a big deal. One of the big things I've been looking to try to find an answer to while I play is why this game came out and had a good amount of hype around it, and everyone seemed to love it when it first came out, and a month later, no one talks about it ever.
You'll never hear the end.
It didn't become like Mass Effect or Knights of the Old Republic or Fallout in the sense that it was like an instant classic, and I wonder what holds people back from feeling that way about it. That was like totally worth it. New sniper rifle. Cool, looks kind of like Fallout. Well, the dialogue stuff is similar. But yeah, there's definitely Fallout. As far as it being a first-person shooter and the way that the dialogue looks and plays out, but honestly, there's a lot of Knights of the Old Republic in here. If you ever played Knights of the Old Republic 1 or 2, then you know what I'm saying, honestly. The way the money works, the way that the looting works, even the conversations besides the camera angles are really Knights of the Old Republic. The way that the story works, that's mostly the vibe I get out of it. Well, he's not going to need it anymore. What's the deal with this guy being... This isn't even the mission. I need to know about... Before we start crawling around playing detective with dead bodies... Oh, wait. This is the guy. Oh, no. He's upstairs. Should be fine. Watch him be dead, too. Nope. Was that first person? No, I played in third person. It's Knights of the Old Republic. It was a Star Wars game. One of the best RPGs ever. Are you a cop? What's the storyline? So this is Captain Cornelius. She's in charge of the ship known as the Reliable. Formerly known as the Reliable, now known as the Unreliable. The captain died and we went ahead and took his place. And we were a colonist on a ship called the Hope that was meant to colonize this solar system. Full of some of the greatest and best minds. And now we're working for a Phineas Wells. Try to free these people and get the word out that everything's gone terribly wrong. And what's happened, why things went terribly wrong, is all these corporations ended up running all of this Halcyon star system via something known as the board, which is all the corporations, and these people basically are, you know, corporate feudalism. They're serfs. Hey, what's this? Dropping off a care package off with the Mathers in the old ruins south of the South Bay. Laura, I know you're reading this. Stay out of my things. And we went to the free ports known as Groundbreaker, where everybody just sells their stuff and they're having a lot of struggles. We went to the absolutely bottom of the barrel bereavement that is the opening in Everwater, and now we're on this place, and these Monarch people seem to be okay, and they want to get back on the board, and that's what we're working on.
You startled me. Don't sneak up on a person like that, huh?
You're the chemist? Didn't mean to scare you. Oh, go? That's it?
Everything's spinning.
Okay. That must have a bearing later on. Braxton was making a delivery to a house south of Stellar Bay. Perhaps you find him an indication of where he might have gone next. That's weird. She was named and we even like went into her dialogue and yet there was no conversation. We'll probably see some combat soon. Usually there's quite a bit of storytelling that they load up at the front of this. Braxton hasn't shown up to work, da-da-da-da. Perhaps you can find him, or an indication of where he might have gone. Search the house.
Ma'am, please, I need your help. Oh, thank you for stopping. Everyone acts like nothing's wrong. Like my little boy isn't at risk of being eaten by some vile
What the hell's wrong with these people? Everybody eats too much salt tuna.
You have to help me get my little Tucker back.
Well, since his
He ran
name's Tucker.
away and is going to get himself killed. Oh, I just know a Raptidon is melting him with acid as we speak.
It's more dissolving than melting.
That is not.
There's always one in every group. Where did you see him last?
Oh,
Where's Tucker?
I just knew you were a good person. Agnes, I said, this is the woman to save your little Tucky. And I was right.
Tucky.
He ran out into the wilderness a few
Who
days
says
ago.
that?
I warned him about the Raptidons, Mantisaurs, and Marauders, the toxic sulfur pools, and poisonous plants.
Also, it's pretty irreverent. It's a funny game as far as the
Please,
writing is
won't you
concerned.
Go and find my boy.
See, there was a reward with this request.
Well, I guess I can't ask you to leave the town walls for free.
No.
It is deathly dangerous out
No.
there.
We've been leaning into the good
I
guy
got
thing,
some
but we
bits
still have
saved
to
up
play
for
the
a rainy day.
amoral gun for hire.
I'll give you every last one if you just bring my Tucker back to me. I won't even be mad at him running off.
I probably shouldn't ask though, because usually in these games it's like, oh, you didn't ask. That was so nice of you. Here's a family heirloom, and it's a gun that just blows up the world. I hope you find your son.
Thank you. Oh, I know he'll be safe now that someone's.
What's the reason for recording YouTube episodes when I could watch streams on Twitch? For those that can't make it to the Twitch streams, and honestly for myself, I like doing it. I like having a record of what we've done, and it focuses me.
Iconoclast indoctrinating my boy. You punch them in the mouths. Tell them what I think of them luring little boys
Punch them in the
away
mouths.
from their mamas. It's immoral.
Okay, so the cults guys are still out there. It helps me focus. I like having a record of what we've done. It helps me keep the commentary going because I know I'm doing a YouTube recording as we play. And ever since Battleborn, I've had to continue to try to be a streamer. It's not like I was going to quit because Battleborn died. I was a streamer before that, so I gotta do projects. I gotta stay busy. So this is how I keep doing projects and staying busy. I like doing it. I keep trying to improve at it. Hence why there's long, awkward pauses in each episode that I refuse to edit. Does Twitch not save streams? Yeah, it saves streams. But, you know, you tend to have muted audio and they're long and they're not cut up. Whereas I could just cut it up and make it into a series, and YouTube is a great place to archive stuff. There's a whole other audience on Twitch and YouTube, and you really, if you want to be a Twitch streamer in 2020, if you want to be a Twitch streamer really for the last few years, you need to be doing stuff on YouTube. YouTube is still massive, especially YouTube for gaming. And you get a different audience there than you get here. So if you're looking to try to grow in any capacity, you need to be pushing other platforms. So if you ever get into the business, there you go. There's your first unsolicited advice. Now we're competitors forever. Where's Science Weapon Family Matter? Amber Heights is in the settlement, looking for the Iron Class on Monarch. If Tucker Needham survived his travels, his mother thinks he'll be there. I feel like we probably got most of the missions in this area. Which you've been on the YouTube. You've seen it, wife. What do we have in here? I don't know why the bot likes to be so loud with the music. Why have things changed? What do you need, Tapioca?
Hey, got a favor to ask you. Figure while we're out here in the wilderness anyhow, we might stop in on an old friend of mine. Preferably before we get to Hiram's. It's on the way, don't worry. You don't seem the type to run off and get yourself killed, and I could use the help.
Okay. Well, I definitely don't plan on getting myself killed.
Well, we'll see about that. I'll be upfront with you. I hate asking for help. I hate it. Every time I give someone the opportunity to disappoint me, they seem to make it their most immediate goal. But this, what I'm thinking, it's dangerous.
Dangerous is my middle name, Tapioca. Right next to pudding. I'm honored you're asking and thrilled to accept. Why have you decided to be the good guy? You're like such a eager beaver. Really, that's interesting. Do you have Twitter too? YouTube, Twitter seems like a lot to keep up with. YouTube videos. Just wanted to know why. So Twitter is a big part of Twitch in the sense that you can just give people an update on your life, what's going on, let them know when you're going live. It's just a good tool for communication in that sense, even though I do think social media is largely toxic. Discord is a good way for everybody to rally. A lot of people have a lot more than just those social media platforms, but Discord's a good way for everybody in our community to just hang out. You know, when there's not a stream going on. We all have a shared love of games. So, it's just a real laid-back forum for everybody to Still be able to hang out if they want to hang out. I'm honored you're asking, and I'm thrilled to accept. Fuck it.
Really? Here I was steeling myself for inevitable rejection.
But don't worry about it,
I used to
Tapioca.
run with a band of
I just want to start shooting
friends.
stuff again.
6 of us. We were on Monarch when the corporations pulled out.
I think you're
We
on our
helped a
Discord,
lot of
wife.
people pick up the pieces. I haven't seen 2 of them in years, and the rest I know to be dead. I'd like to gather their effects and bury them all in the same places, like the family we once were.
This got dark quick. How do you know they're dead?
I saw it happen.
Oh, well, fuck.
Hell, one of them was in my arms at the time. His name was Hayes, and he's our first stop. I buried him a ways from our encampment. I'll show you where he rests. He had a medallion in his effects. That's what I'll bring home to Barry.
We already have the companion quest for Nyoki.
Then we find my 2 lost trackers and bring them home.
Wait, you have
A
dogs?
long time ago, we built an encampment in one of Monarch's cave systems. Trouble is, a Mantiqueen showed up and kicked us all out. If we can find Rebecca and Anders, they'll know how to lure her out. Then we kill
Rebecca
her
and Anders. These are
bury
your
everyone's
trackers?
medallions together.
Wasn't sure if it was one of those things where you get too much going on where it interferes, but it sounds like it's pretty standard. Yeah, it's pretty standard. It's pretty standard. And I don't do very much with the Discord. Jeremiah and Kayla, Kay Waffley, they really helped a ton. Something helped out. I don't know much about Discord. 168 hours in a week, 24 hours in a day. Only so much. I've actually been keeping track of my time really specifically this week, and I'm pretty disciplined about only trying to do what I can in a day and only doing what I think is useful in a day. So I'm glad Discord's there and I have fun with it, but I don't put very much work into it. That's what I'm trying to, long and short. Kill the bitch and bury everyone's medallions together. Sounds fun, let's go.
Thanks, Cap.
Yeah, I want to kill stuff. Was wife not in the other streams? What the hell? Oh, wife's a long time person. Wife, go ahead and do that followage. Wife's been around a long time. He's an OG, he's a fellow Ohioan. See, I'm not following Stuck on Pandora because that guy fucking sucks. You never know what you're gonna get. He's either gonna be pissed at you, or he's gonna be sad, or he's gonna be way over the top happy. He's inconsistent with his streams, and holy shit, this world is poisonous. Another interesting world. I love the gas giant. Holy shit. There's no way a place like this could exist, but wow, it's still cool.
Good old Stellar Bay. Only place on the planet. Right. Here's the road.
Well, I guess it could.
Follow it south.
I would have liked to have heard what you were gonna say, but the game, I guess if we hit this bridge. There we go, look at that. Exclamation mark New Yen as well, wife. You're probably just trying to pull in some pretty good stats. Not true, my guy. Who, wife? Yeah, wife's an OG. He's from the Battleborn days. In fact, he's really one of the leaders in the Battleborn community. Every time they do this, they sound like when Troy gets hit with a dot in Borderlands. Oh my god, we're getting to shoot stuff again. It's nice. Wonder how many quests we left behind. Oh, I need to change armor. In fact, that Rapidon armor is finally going to come in handy. Lockpick +5, science +3. Lockpick +5 is more useful, though. Even though we lose some armor. Because we're probably going to be lockpicking stuff while we're out here. So what are we taking? Body attributes +1. It's really not all that good for healing. Whereas we have a shit ton of this stuff. And it gives us 25% more base health. What does this do? Yeah, and that's natural health regeneration. Like, that seems worth it. 4 days. Wife, you've almost gotten to a week. You've been following for 3 years. You've almost got a week of watch time. Good man, good man. Though it has grown quite a bit lately, because it was like, yeah, wife's been following for 3 years, and he's got like 2 hours of watch time. And you really started upping your hours. What's this? No, it's the same exact thing. Having it be pristine, though, is... subscribe. 46 minutes, 31 seconds. Did you just sub? Oh, we don't have shunts? We've been collecting tons of shunts. How do we not have shunts? Sucks. I should probably start buying those. I'm sure they're in vending machines. Yesterday during your rant? Oh, yeah, but why does it say 46 minutes, 31 seconds then? Been subscribed way longer than that. I think that's what we needed. We should just go back. Oh, hey, this is... Damn, I kind of wish we brought Vickers with us. Damn. I gotta go back and get Vickers. I gotta see how Vickers reacts to this.
Here we go.
This rifle is kicking ass. I mean, this is clearly a scientist's church. So, sorry gang, we're heading back. And I should probably talk to more people. I feel like we didn't get all the quests. I know, I'm ready to shoot stuff personally. You guys probably are too. But one, Vickers, I gotta see his reaction to the scientist's church being totally defiled, desecrated. Lead armor. I'll take it. Two, I'm gonna do one last run through the town. Can I just fast travel back to the ship? That'd be the easiest possible way to do it. Apparently not. Gas giant looks freaking dope, though. I mean, I suppose
Reminds me of the crew cabin on one
in a universe of endless wonder,
You'll get used to it.
possible,
15 years.
but unlikely. Pretty sure this place would have been, this world would have been sucked into the gravity well of a gas giant. Certainly would be pretty difficult to terraform it, but you think about Jupiter and you think about Europa and Titan. Fox windows, that's beauty. And for similitude.
I shipped with a merc who had a gun like yours, Nyoka. He polished it, sang to it, slept with it. Not like that, as far as I know.
Now you want to talk,
Something on
Ellie?
your mind?
Now you want to talk? So this girl will never, ever talk to us ever again. I'm still upset about the medic, yes. I feel like we probably could have pulled a mission out of that. If we go upstairs in the bartender, while we're here, we might as well do the last little survey of any potential quests.
You ever think about what goes on in a marauder's head?
Never think about what goes on in a marauder's head. We're gonna keep Nyoka, Tapioca. We're gonna get rid of Ellie. Ellie's a bad influence anyways. I always end up clicking on lie and intimidate when she's around. Trying to impress her.
I believe I hear Felix and Parvati discussing the latest Aetherwave serial.
Well, that's good that they're making good use of their time. Only the best crew for us. Clearly just grab something. This lead armor I know we're not going to use right now. Plus sneak could be good. That'll keep around for when we're in town. That, we're doing fine. Is there something on here I missed? No. I don't know how useful Sam is going to be to bring out. I think he's going to be really tough to get his missions going. What are you going to do? I don't think anything. Just check on stuff and take... I end up benching Ellie, bringing in Vicar, because I want to see how he reacts to the scientician place being looted and defiled and desecrated. Should be interesting. I hope. He doesn't really know Nyoka, though, so. Yoki. How does such a Nyoki, a one-syllable word, end up with, like, 5 syllables in it? Let's break our legs. It's the smartest way to do everything.
Of all the times and places we could have been born.
You guys like to have that one discussion? I feel like we've already pretty well talked to people. Is there anything on the map that would indicate, like, there's a potential quest here? Went into the Monarch. We had this discussion. There was just a front desk. Yeah, there's just, like, desk jockeys in here.
A vicar, huh? You a true believer?
There we go.
Just like the tithes.
Have your discussions.
Why, that's...
This rifle's already totally ready to kick ass already. This thing was doing amazing. Let's go ahead and add some more damage to it. Can we mod it some more? I think we already added some mods. But wouldn't it hurt to add even more mods? Mag number. Increase the magazine size by 50%. Sure. Damn, look at this. We've built like a great rifle.
Borderline offensive, Ms. Ramnareem Wentworth. Of course I believe. The tithes are merely a well-earned bonus.
I met another believer once. Pushy type.
Yeah, we've been
Thought
here.
he'd been left behind for a reason. Thought he'd find some kind of cosmic truth in the wilderness.
Mr. Nandy. Alright, this is the boss of Monarch. Sorry to bother you about this, but something foul is looking for the apartment upstairs. I don't know what Celia is keeping up there, but she works for you, right? Do you think you could talk to her about it? Can you please try to keep your windows shut? As I've tried to explain, leaving them open, especially when you've got food out, invites mana swarms. And mana swarm infestation is not everyone's problem. It's everyone's problem is Braxton. I know you keep odd hours. I know because I've heard you coming and going at all times of day, night. Aha. But maybe you could try to close the door a little more quietly. I have rather sensitive ears, and every time I hear the door, I think we're in the middle of another Amber Heights. Forget what happened in Amber Heights. That's when all the corporations left because of the mana swarms or something. Because they said it was dangerous, and if it's dangerous, then they can just leave. Charge you for it. Whatever. Something like that. This is another mission we started. And I still don't know why there was a Laura. A Laura that's like, oh, you scared me.
Everything's spinning. I'm just gonna take it easy, okay?
Stop buying that junk.
I'm sure that's going to play into things at some point. I feel like we're probably set, though.
Yeah.
This was the end of the road, I believe. This is the bar, maybe? Oh, maybe we didn't go in here.
Good day to you.
Oh, here we go.
Whoa, by the stars, my poor heart. I just about pissed my jumpsuit. Most people don't. Besides,
They haven't had any
this place is
visitors.
enough to try
This place has
anyone's
been locked
nerves.
down. How's that?
Where should I begin? With the oversized mantisaurs?
Chef
Perhaps
Raymond the
rats
killer.
spewing
That
acid
ridiculous
down the
hat.
walls. The board was right. This place isn't fit for human habitation. And I was a fool for staying.
Why did you decide to stay in the first place?
Sanjar, of course. He had all these glorious ideas about
Well,
how
that
to
might
run
still
Monarch.
happen. We are going to try to get you guys on the
Rest periods
board.
between every work shift. No shift more than 10 hours long.
You company folk are all the same. Choose to stay.
You're a
complain
cynic,
about the choice you
Tapioca.
made.
How was I supposed to know it'd turn out like this? It all sounds wonderful, until you realize it's only a few centimeters of repurposed steel between you and the deadliest creatures in the galaxy.
Man. Seems like you'd want more than centimeters.
I could do with a few kilometers of cold vacuum, but that spaceship is flown.
Can we get a chef on our ship, and would that help us?
Only every day. But in case you haven't noticed, we don't exactly get ships on a regular basis, yours notwithstanding. And even if I did scrape together enough to buy passage out with sublight, which would mean reaching Fallbrook without...
Are you a good
being
chef,
shot
Raymond?
and
Maybe you'll
dissolved
give
in
us a health
green goo?
bonus?
What then?
Why don't you just tell me?
Nothing. That's what. Because MSI is not in what you'd call good standing with the board.
No, we plan on trying to
So
fix
even
that.
if I
Dude,
can
how
get
big is
out
your
of
crew
it,
now? It's maxed
no one's
out.
gonna hire me.
So I don't think he'll join. Up to like 5. Yeah, it's maxed out. I think we have 6. We have Felix, we've got Ellie, we've got Nyoka, Sam, Vicar, and P-Breath. Parvati. Sounds rough.
Even talking about it does my blood pressure up. I've really
So we're
been
max,
shocked.
but I thought maybe he'd just be like an NPC that could just be here.
And even
Is there another option?
well, thank you for reminding me. As if I weren't already destined
Raymond.
for an early grave.
Why is there not a mission? See ya.
Lucky you.
I think things will change because we have to get the board to accept the Monarch, and that's probably gonna open up even more for us, I imagine. The Bay Ruin. There's obviously also gonna be a lot here. Like there's those ruins, there's those sewers. I'm just not exploring yet because the last time we did a lot of exploring for questing, and I feel like maybe things would have been different had we done it differently. Like Jameson, I'm not sure that Jameson had to die. I feel like by running around and going into every single building ahead of time, maybe kill Jameson. Jameson. There's that one perk that helps you buy more ammo, but I have yet to have any single problem with ammo. We've been stuffed. Because you really don't fight. Like, I was looking at the friends list last night, and Call Me Mr. Stark, who popped in here, has got the most
Velma seem out of sorts to you?
kills on my friends list, and he's only killed like 200 things. Like, think about that. He's done like he clearly did all the quests, beat the game really thoroughly. I think he had almost all the achievements, and yet he had only gotten to shoot less than 200 things.
No one saw me trip over that.
So I don't think that I'm exaggerating in the sense that so far my one criticism of this game is the way that they do the pacing. Is they front load a lot of story, and it's a cool world, and it's good writing, and I've been enjoying the story, but I still want to like break it up with some gameplay now and again, and they just like the way Knights of the Old Republic did it is it was always like couple quests, nice long combat section, couple quests, nice long combat section. I just remember the game I'm most excited for, Arcane's new game Deathloop. Got its first glimpse of the gameplay today. Didn't Microsoft buy Arcane Studios? Imagine the Dishonored powers combined with good gunplay. I've never played Dishonored. There's a guy who pops in here, Von Hilger,
This ride is about to get ugly.
and he loves that game. Do you like that game, Kish? That's gonna be a PlayStation exclusive, so the exclusivity gets to keep going, eh? Did they... By the way, did they say a price? Did they announce price today? Dishonored is great. There's 2 of them, right? Nope, that sucks. I'm gonna guess $500, at least $500, and that'll be for the one without a disc drive. And that would really hurt it, wouldn't it? $500 for an all-digital PlayStation. Are they using a proprietary drive like the Xbox is? Hey, here's your scientician's thing. Let's see how he reacts to this. Where are we technically? Are we in that area that it wants us to be? It's called the Monarch Wilderness. We needed to go to, like, Footfall. Hey, what do you think of this?
By verity, by strength. What are we contemplating today?
We're inside a scientician thing. It's been totally... Seems trusting you to just sign up without knowing anything about me.
I'll run headlong into 2 minute
And PC?
walls in my
Okay.
pursuit of the truth.
By
This
Bethesda?
book is my
It's in
last
Bethesda?
hope,
Uh-oh.
and you were my only hope of getting it translated.
Makes sense.
What about you? What's your story?
I'm a thrill seeker and lover of great renown. I love a good adventure story.
And how did he do that?
thawed me out.
Well, you do seem different than every other colonist. Let's
Doom
pretend for a
Eternal
moment I
low-key
believe
lost all hype, dude.
What are you going to do now?
I think it was always meant to be, and you know what? That adds the third crossroads in talking about like the Outer Worlds and why it lost hype. The game maybe doesn't lose hype in those situations like Doom Eternal and Outer Worlds. People have just already beat it, they've moved on, they had a pleasant experience with it, now they're ready for the next one. And maybe it's wrong of us to always expect that a game is supposed to live forever and needs to have this continuous update hype around it. I love the game, but it'll probably be a while till we get the DLC. It promised this year though, right? 2 DLCs, and I mean it just came out. But I don't blame Doom Eternal for losing hype. The multiplayer, I never played it, but it seemed unique, but not necessarily like a must play. I like that patch they added that's sort of low-key added that Demon Invasion feature light to it. But once you've beat Doom Eternal, it's like, why go back? DLC, yeah, but other than that, it's going to keep beating it over and over again. I'm helping him recover more of the chemicals he needs to save the rest of the colonists.
That seems a dangerous proposition. Why risk
I don't know
your
that they'll
life
ever have
to
invasion,
return
but
to
they
your
came closer by adding in, like, that a demon that kills you can go in and kill somebody else or whatever. They had the last patch sounded like it was a cool little feature, but then they had all those issues with the Bethesda and the DRM and the anti-cheat. I think some of that got rectified. Why risk your life now it's been returned to you? I had family on the Hope.
Oh, I see. You have my condolences.
There's no long-term multiplayer mode. I've seen very little footage of that multiplayer mode, and I saw one guy that was like good at it, and he was like even taking breaks and didn't seem all that thrilled with it. You were supposed to say something, Vicar. I literally went back and put in a whole new person, and I want to develop a relationship with Ellie, even though she's a bad influence, just so you would say something about the fact that your church got desecrated. You didn't say anything, so you've disappointed me.
Like a wrapped among the rocks.
Oh, you've played it? What'd you think of it? I think I'm gonna give... Whoops. Still pressing the wrong button. I'm gonna give Vicar the... Scythe. What does Naoki use? Cleaver? Oh, wow, and a really good light machine gun. Actually, I'm going to give that toss ball racket to Felix. What's your other gun, Vicar? Oh, that shitty shotgun? Hell with that. I just want you to use ranged. I want you to be defensive. Naoki? I'll just let you be you. Probably should have done that more. So far, I mean, definitely Supernova is going to be the one where I try to focus on companions, because it hasn't been hard enough to really need to, like, rely on companions. Not yet. I don't know how deep I am into it, though. This actually looks like it might have some exploration to it. That might just be a giant wall. Wait, I shouldn't do it. I should stick to the quest, because it seems to fuck everything up. I should gut it of quests, and then I can go exploring. It's fun, but I'm hella good at it. Oh, nice. Oh, nice. I've had only a few people who are better than me, and they're like leagues above way better than me. But other than that, I go crazy on people. It's fun, but it needs more content, more multiplayer modes alongside it. I wish I would have done the OG mode. I wish they would have done battle mode, and then right beside battle mode, had the regular multiplayer from Doom 2016. I liked that throwback. I thought it was neat. I would have played the battle mode with demons had they had the regular multiplayer in it, because then I would have queued up, played some matches, and I would have been like, all right, let's try this out. Let's see what it's all about. But since it was just the demon battle thing and it had a little bit of a learning curve to it, I just never had the inclination to play it. It's still a great game, though. I mean, Doom Eternal, I've got a review on the YouTube on it. Gave it high marks. I've not really gone down into handguns, so You know what? I think I'm actually going to give this to Naoki. Yeah, I think I'm going to put on this shotgun. Because I don't like the damage that was doing. Or no, Vicar. Let's give this to Vicar. Can he not? Oh, they can't use uniques. Doesn't matter. We've leveled up our long gun so much that this rifle is... We've modded this rifle out and leveled up our long guns enough that this thing's kicking ass. Are we on the main quest? Oh, we're still in the secret people.